Hello everyone and welcome to Steve's How To. I'm going to show you how to use a really neat tool from Google. It's called Google Keyword Search to find the proper domain or the proper phrases or keywords we can use in our domain. Now, when I speak domain, I mean such as web address, such as www.steveshowto.com. That's what we call a domain. So let's go into Google here, and we're going to type in Google Keyword Search. And we're going to go to the very first one here where it says Keyword Tool Google AdWords. Very, very good tool to use. In this site here, you're going to find keywords or phrases. Now, the very first time you use this, you're going to come up with a security box. That's okay. Type it in the first time, then every other phrase or keyword you put in there, it won't come up again. So let's concentrate on making a website about classic cars. We're going to go through this tutorial and other tutorials from the beginning to the end and make a really nice website up with classic cars. I'm going to show you how the basics on how to make a host and how to get a domain name, how to find the proper domain name, how to make a website up, how to use a proper web builder, the whole bit. Let's start from the beginning here. So let's type in the word or the phrase classic cars. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to give us the global and the local searches for that phrase or that combination of words. So let's go hit search here. Now the phrase classic cars, globally people have searched for that phrase 673,000 and locally 301,000. Now take note, you have other phrases down here with them keywords in it: classic car insurance, my classic car, old classic cars, all kinds of different things. So if you don't want to use that actual phrase, you can actually pick up some other phrases down here that people actually search for, which is good because this is a nice tool. This tells us what people go into Google and what they type into Google monthly on a local and a global basis, which is pretty cool. So that's a pretty popular term. Let's type in just the word cars and see how many people search for the word cars by itself, which is amazing. Wow. 45 million people globally and 20 million people locally. So that's definitely a really good keyword, but take note, you don't want to have something too popular because first of all, it's going to be hard to get a web address or a domain just with www.cars.com or www.classiccars.com. I guarantee it's gone. But we really want to use that keyword with our domain that we picked. So basically we're going to be doing classic cars. So let's type in, my name is Steve. Let's type in Steve's classic cars. Now out of that search we had, it comes up actually, somebody has actually searched for that globally and locally. 22 people global and 12 people local has searched for that phrase. Now we also had all kinds of other searches in here. Old cars, 1.8 million, 823,000 locally. So you could even have a website with the word old or with the word cars in there because classic cars are old cars. You got classic cars for sale, classic car repairs, all kinds of keywords and phrases basically based on this search that I did. So let's go actually into Google and type in the word cars. This is going to be huge. 689 million people, or websites I should say, have that keyword in it. 689 million websites. So that's a really popular keyword. But we have a www.cars.com. It's not going to be available. Let's type in the phrase classic cars. 84 million people. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good. But again, you know, it's popular, it's good, but I think it's too popular. But you want to have this phrase or this keyword classic, and you want to have the keyword cars in there. So let's type in Steve's Classic Cars, you got 5 million people with that phrase, with that keyword, with a combination of these keywords in their web pages. So that's a pretty good number right there, 5 to 10 million hits. Now you also have to take note, when you do a search, people do a search for classic cars, because you have a Steve's Classic Cars, the classic cars will still come up. So you want to find a website that, or a domain that you want to pick that is interested in you, something that you want to do, something that's easy for yourself and other people to remember. And when you do make up a domain and find a proper domain or a web address for it, Google doesn't necessarily use this to do the top ranking for the search. It actually uses the title bar, which is one of the main things, and also, most importantly, the content of the web page, the website, and the pages in it. So you want to have a nice solid website. You can have www.chilidogs.com, and it could be about classic cars. As long as the content in the web pages and the title is really good, Google will rank it really high. And it's all about the content, and it's all about how you organize the web pages, and they don't even concentrate on keywords anymore like they used to. But we'll get into that a little later on and show you how to do a proper meta tags and title bar and description of your web page, so that way Google will recognize it. And we'll also register your domain with Google and your URL, which is your www.yourdomainname.com, whatever you choose to pick, and basically Google will rank it pretty high. So until next time, we'll see you in segment 2.